Rookie of the Year race is over. But we just have to understand that when a transformational figure enters the fray, you got to pause and then isolate and compartmentalize and give them the love that they're due. And in this case, it belongs to Caitlin Clark.
Did you guys just see what happened in the WNBA? The Rookie of the Year race is officially over, and the unanimous winner is none other than Caitlin Clark, the most amazing rookie in the history of the WNBA. Fans have been showering love on Clark, but her rival Angel Reese is unhappy with the results. She believes Caitlin doesn't deserve it and thinks the award should have been given to her instead.
Guard can shoot it from anywhere, leading all rookies in points and assists, and the leader in fan voting for All-Star from the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark.
I prayed every day. I journaled every day. I had a great team behind me. I was able to still work out and stuff, so.
Clark's sudden rise to fame has frustrated Angel Reese. She is even more upset after the awards were announced and Clark was unanimously named Rookie of the Year. Now you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Let me tell you. It is a huge thing. Let's first discuss why Angel Reese is not happy for her rival Caitlin Clark.
But I think Angel Reese is jealous of Caitlin Clark. She thinks she's, the reason why this is all happening here.
What Angel once thought to be a close race has turned into a landslide victory for Caitlin, and Angel's reaction has been anything but subtle. It seems like Angel is absolutely furious about the result.
But our lady, our woman, our hooper, Caitlin Clark is the unanimous, no kidding, Rookie of the Year. Was it ever really a competition? I mean, seriously, I get that Angel Reese hung on and is hanging on for dear life to Caitlin Clark. I mean, she is trying, and, well, because of DEI, we got to get her out there. We got to get her on the cover of Sports Illustrated. We don't want anybody saying we're racist. So you got to talk about Angel Reese. Angel Reese's team stunk.
She believed that she had what it took to rival Caitlin, but the announcement of Rookie of the Year has shattered that belief. It's clear now that Caitlin is in a league of her own, and that reality is not sitting well with Angel.
But they still ask you about Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
What is your stance on that?
So my whole thing was like, when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool, like, the pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool, I can just hoop. So I don't know when like it started to just break out where I was just in Rookie of the Year conversations. I'm like, all right, cool.
Is she serious? If we are to compare Angel and Clark, it is pretty clear who was leading the race for Rookie of the Year from the start. But now it's not just about points or skills alone. It has become much bigger than that, and I will tell you why.
Indiana Fever rookie sensation, Caitlin Clark. It's nothing really to say other than that. She's winning Rookie of the Year. She's a top candidate for league MVP honors. She ain't beating Asia Wilson for the MVP, but she's beating Angel Reese for the Rookie of the Year. That's a wrap. That's over.
Ever since their debut in the WNBA, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have been competing and proving their worth on the court. But Caitlin Clark has been a standout performer, not just among WNBA rookies, but even against veteran players of the game. Especially when we talk about TV ratings, revenue, and popularity, Caitlin has been successfully carrying the entire league on her shoulders.
WNBA has been around a couple of decades, and people didn't notice the game. They're noticing it now. Well, that's because of Caitlin Clark, not Angel Reese.
That All-Star Week, I mean, come on now. This is Caitlin Clark. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. And so it's time for everybody to stand down.
Caitlin Clark has brought an entirely new level of skill, intensity, and consistency to the league. She isn't just meeting expectations, she's smashing them, game after game. She is not just Rookie of the Year, she has changed what it means to be Rookie of the Year in the WNBA. I think this is why Angel Reese is upset with Caitlin Clark. She wants all that attention and praise for herself.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
If Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
Let's make something very clear. This award is just a single accolade in what's becoming a long list of achievements. While Rookie of the Year is an honor, Caitlin Clark has done things in her first season that many players take an entire career to achieve. This unanimous decision isn't just recognition of a standout rookie, It's a statement.
She is leading the WNBA in points generated, which means points scored and or points assisted on. She is leading the league by a significant margin, and she is doing this as a rookie with a Fever team that is not comprised of a bunch of all-stars.
Now, where does that leave Angel Reese? For a long time, people considered Angel Reese to be Caitlin Clark's biggest rival. There was constant chatter about how the two would go head-to-head, and many expected Angel to be neck and neck with Caitlin in the race for Rookie of the Year. But now, with this unanimous decision, it's clear Caitlin Clark has pulled ahead, and Angel Reese has been left behind. The Rookie of the Year announcement wasn't just a victory for Caitlin. It was a defining moment in this so-called rivalry.
Should there be a co-Rookie of the Year? Because Angel Reese is, of course, doing historical things with her double-doubles as a rookie, and Caitlin Clark already has set a million records and looks completely unstoppable, especially when it comes to dishing.
No.
And it feels like we are both on the same page here.
Not a shot. No, they're not equal. They're not.
You're going far.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's not rookies of the year. It is the rookie who has had the biggest impact on their team.
Angel's frustration has boiled over recently, with many noting that she's been throwing what can only be described as a tantrum.
Without Caitlin Clark, no one knows or cares anything about you, Angel Reese.
The facts are the facts. Caitlin Clark has outperformed Angel in nearly every category, and the unanimous Rookie of the Year decision only seems to confirm that. What we're seeing now is a reaction to that hard truth, and Angel Reese is clearly struggling to come to terms with it.
Caitlin Clark is just different. This is a different stratosphere. Caitlin Clark should be runner-up to A'ja Wilson for MVP this season.
This season, the reason why I say it is much more than just Rookie of the Year is that Caitlin has redefined the meaning of this award. At the beginning of her debut season, Caitlin Clark was chosen number 1 in the WNBA draft.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
She then managed to take her team, which had won a mere 30 games combined over the previous 4 years, to its first playoff berth since 2016. Now that is what we call impressive.
She has the vision to find her teammates, defending her. You are in constant contradiction with yourself when you're guarding Caitlin Clark. She also has to sit there like she can't hear us talking about her, which is handling wonderfully. Caitlin, proud of you on all fronts, but proud of you for handling this.
There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Clark shattered WNBA records, rewriting the books with an unforgettable regular season. As a rookie, she dished out a jaw-dropping 33.7 assists, racked up 1,520 points scored or assisted on, and set the rookie standard with 769 points and 123 three-pointers.
Clark over Horston, hits a three. Davidson. But Cowan, who couldn't finish, behind the back again for Clark, give her another assist.
Last season, Clark gets away with a little push, fall away, buries it.
The bucket, just a great delivery. I mean, putting it on the...
To the WNBA, I think Caitlin Clark just answered that a little bit, weaving through not one, not two, 4 defenders protecting the ball.
Her game is pure fire. Not only can she shoot epic shots, but her vision on the court is next level, easily finding open teammates.
I'm talking about gifted LeBron-esque bounce passing. I'm talking about gifted LeBron-esque two-handed, full court, touchdown pass kind of passing. The likes of which I don't see in the WNBA.
In just 2 games, she made history again, lighting up the scoreboard with 45 points scored or assisted on. It is the most ever by a rookie in a WNBA playoff.
They're hoping that can discourage Alyssa Thomas from making some of her great passes.
No one picks up Clark, who cans the three. Rebound flagged down by Clark. Indiana wants to run, that's why Mitchell serves it in on the dime from Caitlin Clark. Another rebound for Clark, already her 4th. Clark zipping up the floor, Mitchell's three is good.
Caitlin Clark is at that level. And the only way I think that she might have a leg up on LeBron is because she has elevated an entire league.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Caitlin Clark's amazing feats are not only limited to her skills on the court, it's much bigger than that.
Caitlin Clark right now is 13th in WNBA in scoring. She's second in three-pointers made. She's fourth in assists per game. She's made history. She's the first player in WNBA history with 200 points, 75 assists in her first 12 career games. She's not, and she's getting everyone's best defensive effort and getting knocked around like crazy. She's not sucking. Her team sucks. She doesn't suck. And she might not be the best player, but as Christine Brennan put it, she's the most important player.
Clark has been the poster girl for the WNBA ever since her debut, and her popularity has been off the charts ever since.
But there's a case to be made that Caitlin Clark could be the greatest rookie ever. She has made such an impact on the WNBA at a similar level as to somebody like we've talked about in other videos, like a Tiger Woods, where he elevated golf so much. Because of him, so many other men got paid so much more and so many more eyeballs were on the sport, and that is the kind of impact that Caitlin Clark has had on the WNBA.
She has been the cornerstone for the exponential increase in franchise revenue, ticket sales, and TV ratings. It's no overstatement to say that many fans started watching the game just because of Caitlin Clark.
Some have compared Caitlin Clark to Tiger Woods and how she's revolutionized fan engagement in women's basketball. Overall attendance, in case you missed it, is up by 20%, breaking TV viewership ratings and merchandise sales. Either way you slice it, it's clear that we're witnessing a golden era in the sport. Caitlin Clark, what'd I tell y'all? What'd I tell y'all?
Many analysts, like Stephen A. Smith, have even compared Caitlin Clark's popularity in the game to sports legends such as Tiger Woods and LeBron James. The whole world is talking about her, and she's in the headlines daily.
Now, what you have in the WNBA is you have some rivalries here. And not everybody is embracing Caitlin Clark. Not everybody is going to let you get away with what you got away with in Iowa. She's her own economy right now. All of these different media outlets, they know that you're going to get clicks when you have something on Caitlin Clark in the WNBA.
This is nothing short of groundbreaking for a rookie player to make such an impact. Also, keep in mind that we're talking about women's basketball, which has historically been less influential than other women's sports in the USA. Well, that's not the case anymore, thanks to Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, in a shock to me, has proven already to be a once-a-generation passer. I did not see that coming at Iowa.
If you thought her achievements were finished, you're in for a treat. Considering Caitlin Clark's accomplishments on and off the court, it's no surprise she's a terrific rookie player.
She's having impact on her team that nobody else in the league is having on her team. This is a team that went 13-27 last year. And suddenly, the Indiana Fever are the hottest team by far in the league. In the league. I've got the fever. I can't help it. I can't stop watching. I can't stop talking about the impact Caitlin Clark is having on game after game after game.
But take a look at this. Her impressive run has made several analysts think she might just be the greatest rookie in the history of basketball, men and women combined.
Because of Caitlin Clark. And I think that that is where we can talk about, is she the most impactful rookie of all time? Has she passed LeBron James in that sense for this specific sport? And again, that's not me putting down LeBron in any sort of way. It's just that the NBA was already great. LeBron came in, he was the real deal, he was the chosen one, he elevated Cleveland. But there's a case to be made that Caitlin Clark could be the greatest rookie ever.
Considering all of these achievements, there's no chance for a player like Angel Reese to compete with a player of Clark's caliber.
Saying Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark is saying Rodman was better than Michael Jordan.
Jordan Angel Reese wanted to be the biggest opponent and an obstacle to Clark's success, and she has even gone so far as to accept that she's the bad guy here.
And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on.
This really speaks volumes about Angel's character and mentality as a player. Because of her performance and statements like this, people can see it as clearly as crystal that Angel Reese is no match for Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese has played a role in this, and she's a very good player. But there's nothing about her game that's really interesting that is going to translate to people who may not watch the WNBA, may not care about basketball. She is a social media star, and she has capitalized on that. And maybe she embraces being the villain. But make no mistake about it, Caitlin Clark is the reason why everybody has an opinion on what happened in that game. It's Caitlin Clark.
Having admitted that she will be happy playing the bad guy role, she has made it clear that she will do whatever it takes to stop Clark from achieving success, no matter the consequences or what people say.
Just hope you survive mentally. Angel Reese wore Joker shoes. At one point said she embraced being the villain. My issue with Angel Reese is she needs to get into an honest place, and she doesn't want to be a villain. She should quit trying to be a villain. She needs to get off of Caitlin Clark's coattail and just play basketball and leave Caitlin Clark alone, and her mental health would improve, in my opinion.
Jason Whitlock is right here. Instead of focusing on senseless competition, Angel Reese should have focused more on her game than comparing herself to Caitlin Clark. Maybe then she would have missed fewer layups.
But people aren't tuning in to watch Angel Reese play basketball. Angel Reese against Caitlin Clark, then they'll watch them.
As we've already seen, Clark is on a whole different level, and a comparison between the two is foolish, to say the least. The unanimous decision to name Caitlin Clark as Rookie of the Year puts a full stop to this debate.
Because wasn't you I told earlier this week, Angel Reese is perhaps the most overrated player in all of sports. And now someone's put together clips helping me make my point.
And let's be clear, Angel Reese does not deserve the Rookie of the Year title, not when a beast of a player like Caitlin Clark is around. It doesn't matter if Angel likes it or not, or what she thinks. Clark has earned her stripes this season, and looking ahead to her career, the sky's the limit for her.
Actually, we're sitting there going like, man, this woman can barely shoot a layup. And, you know, before last night's game against the Phoenix Mercury, I think in her previous 5 games, she had shot 29% from the field. And unfortunately, I've watched these games because I'm now watching Angel Reese as well. And she can't make, all of her shots are within 2, 3, 4 feet, and she can't make 29% of them. Here's why I'll give Angel Reese credit.
Because it was a fact that we all knew this was coming, it doesn't make it any less special. Special is the way you describe Caitlin Clark. First player in Division I history, men's or women's, with 3,000 points and 1,000 assists. She makes the right reads. She finds her teammates. She plays with an attack mentality. And like I said earlier, you're in constant conflict with yourself defending Caitlin Clark. Welcome to the WNBA.
We talked about her range. She made 283 shots from 25 feet or more throughout the course of her career, more than double any other player in that time frame. And some of the questions are, well, is she going to still be allowed to play like that when she gets to the pros? Lynn Dunn said, why would you change that?